Hi, Ernie Young, aerial specialist for Rosenbauer America. I'm here to give you a walk around of our King Cobra articulating platform. This has some of the best operational capacity in the industry, so tag along. This is our Rosenbauer Commander cab. It's got a 15-liter Cummins engine, Allison 4000 transmission. This is 3/16 aluminum construction, heavy duty. This is the safest cab in the industry. Has lots of room interior for the officer and captain. This is seated for 6 people on the 60-inch cab. One of the really cool things about this setup is the behind the cab outrigger. This gives you a lot more stability in aerial setup and gives you a lot more downhill setup operational capacity. It also opens up the side of the truck for the engineer at the pump panel so he doesn't have to walk around the outrigger all the time. Makes it easier and quicker for him as well. Now we come to our pump panel. This has the Rosenbauer 2200 GPM pump, sealed bank lever controls, smooth, easy operations, and they don't get gummed up down the road. It also makes a nice, clean package inside the pump panel. So for future maintenance on the pump itself, it makes it a lot easier to access, and this is gonna stay nice and smooth down the road. Here you have your extruded aluminum EXT body. Gives you a lifetime structural body warranty, as well as full height, full width compartments. So you notice you don't have the indentations that you normally would find on a formed aluminum body. This gives you lots of options later on to make shelving adjustments. So for the life of this vehicle, you really have a lot of flexibility on what you can do as you change your operations. Now we bring you to the meat of this whole thing, is the articulating aerial. So it's on a 100-foot ladder-based aerial, heavy duty all steel construction. The cool thing about it is these sections are hot dip galvanized. So in that process, molten galvanneal floods the entire sections inside and outside. That gives you a 25-year corrosion warranty. We also do that with the torque box and the outriggers. So having that warranty comfort is really a good thing to have in a long-term purchase such as this. Big change in technology is having this 8-foot articulating jib. That's going to give you the ability to get up and over parapet walls and actually land the basket on the roof itself. No more getting out the parapet ladder, although if it is more than that 8 foot, you still have the ability to mount a parapet ladder bracket here and go down below grade even more. As well as having the option for 2 points here to put a Stokes basket holder. That way your patient control is right here with you instead of suspended below the basket. Because remember, we're actually going to be able to land the roof with this thing, load patients from the roof, operate right off the basket. If you have a concern about the roof, you can now truly sound from the basket and even cut an inspection hole if you need to before you actually get on that roof, unlike hanging off of a parapet ladder. This will give you a full 20 feet below grade operation. If you have to get down below a bar ditch with the articulation, you're going to get 20 feet below the grade of the truck without having to do any of the awkward body tilts that you're seeing out there in the industry. It keeps you safe, it keeps you fast, it keeps you effective. That is the big bonus of the King Cobra articulating platform. One of the really nice things in actual operation scenarios when you're in the platform with the single joystick control is your ability to really look at your scene, ID where you're going, and be able to be in that position only needing a single hand to operate the joystick. Being that we can articulate this platform over parapet walls, we're really paying attention quite a bit to what's behind us. So being able to operate your aerial without having to take your eyes off of what you're doing creates a very safe, very smooth operation. So one of the main features of our control stations, both in the platform and in the pedestal, is the single joystick control. So this is going to operate your up, down, your left, right controls, as well as your stand retract. On the back of this handle is the squeeze trigger for your dead man, so it's all in one place, allowing you a better feel, understanding that you just have to rotate this in the manner that you want your aerial to go. Soft touch controls are a big part of this system, so you don't have any whiplash. It gives you more confidence, it makes it a safer operation, and takes a lot of stress down here on the turntable when you have this big lever hanging out there in free space and you're not whiplashing. It's going to give you a longer lasting truck. This is a big investment. Make sure that you're getting the most out of it. It also frees up a hand during operations for comms or anything like that. and then a single joystick operates the jib on the King Cobra. On our other models, you will just have this single joystick control here. It's going to auto ramp up, it's going to auto ramp down during operation, so it's only idling high when you're in use. So this makes it for a nice, easy touch and easy feel to operate. Some of the great features that come along with our aerial, as mentioned before, is the hot dip galvanizing, but the smart aerial controls. That's a key difference between us and other aerials on the market. With that smart aerial control, we have a number of things available to us. One of them is auto stow features. So I get within 20 degrees of the cab, I am able to single button put away. This creates a nice safe atmosphere of putting the aerial away and avoiding damage to the aerial, especially after a long call. That becomes very important to us. Being able to short jack this truck and operate on the short jack side. And by that means, if I have something that's in my way, instead of having to bump past that spot that I want that corner of this building, something's in my way, and I can't fully deploy my outriggers, well, I have to move forward until I can. With short jacking, I can actually short jack around the obstacle, set up my truck without pushing safety overrides, and still set up and operate. The only thing that it's going to do is on the short jack side, depending on how far out I have my jack placed, it's going to give me a horizontal reach designation. So on this particular vehicle, if I have at least 25% of my outrigger placed, I can get 45 feet of horizontal reach with full tip load and the ability to flow water. If I'm working long on my working side and I do swing over the short jack side and the operator forgets that it's short jack, the truck is not going to allow you to come over that side at too much horizontal reach. It will require you to get inside of that safety envelope before it'll allow you to come around to that side. So one of the nice features is our remote control unit. Okay, this is going to allow me to operate this truck up to 300 feet plus away from the vehicle, giving me full operation of everything on the aerial itself. It's really nice for when you do have to do any below the grade rescue with it. You're right there where that needs to be. I can also place the outriggers with this remote control, giving me a fine-tuned ability and the ability to place an outrigger between two cars if I need to. Now I can get in back behind where I need to see. If I'm not in the platform and shooting the master stream, I have full tip control of the aerial and the monitor itself. So if I, instead of overshooting a building, I can walk around to that point. Maybe smoke is creating a visibility problem. I can actually get up close and personal with my scene, operate the remote control, and put the stick exactly where I need to.